So, because in all honesty, I don't even know your story. And so I'm excited today to hear your story, to even know your journey along the way. You should have invited your sister to come and listen to you. You actually could have brought your team. Yeah, you could. So I'm excited to hear all about you. We have tips from the top, and I'm very selective about who I allow to come and bless the squad. And so I'm excited.
I made the cut.
You made the cut, girl. Life is not that life. Just maybe we gonna see. I'm just playing. I'm just playing. So I'm excited. Thank you for your time. Thank you for your space. They'll definitely ask questions in the comments, but we'd appreciate it. And so I just want you to start off. We'll kind of just go back and forth. One of the biggest things for me is the mindset, because we know this business is 90% like mindset and 10% hustle. Like at the end of the day, I don't care what you're saying. It's your mind. And so I kind of want to just let's hear just where you're from, how long you've been in the business, and just, you know what, my first question for you is, what was your life like 6 months to a year before you say yes to It Works?
Okay, hi guys, I'm super excited, and y'all please forgive me because I'm really extra. Y'all can probably already sense that I'm very extra, you know. I'm extra and I'm from New York, so the two really don't mix, but here we are. So it's funny because I was not looking for this opportunity at all. Like when I found the business, I actually was just on, I don't think Rachel even comes close to me, honestly, as far as extraness, but it's okay. So it's so funny because I wasn't looking for the opportunity. Like, yes, I was broke. Yes, I was living paycheck to paycheck. Yes, that was like normal to me, and I was happy. I wasn't looking for the opportunity. And actually, when I joined, the reason why, I was broke, but my life goal was to become a lawyer, and that's how I was going to be rich. I thought, right? So when I came across the opportunity, which was in December of 2016, December 2016, I joined in January, so it took me like 2 weeks to say, okay, sign me up. And it was actually because I was waiting on income tax season, because that's how broke I was. But basically, I came across the wraps on a friend's page, not even my upline, a friend who had been using the wraps. And I was like, okay, it's January. Well, it's almost January. You know, it's New Year, New Me. Let me see what these wraps is about, right? So I messaged the girl because she had tagged the girl who she got the wraps from. So I messaged her, which is my upline, my best friend. I love her. You know, I'm just sad as my baby. So I messaged her and I was like, all right, what are these wraps? And because I was so broke, when she told me about the 3-month auto shipment, I was like, yeah, I'm not about that life because I'm broke and I don't want nothing coming out of my account for 3 months, because that's how broke I was. At the time, being brand new to the company, I didn't know how flexible it was. So, you know, I was just like, anything that's 3 months auto pay, I'm not for that. So she was like, she gave me the option of being a distributor. And she was like, you know, worst case scenario is that you don't make any money and you don't want to do this. You want to do the business. You just have a distributor account that you basically use as a customer. Best case scenario is that you make extra money. I like the idea of not having to run an auto shipment at the time because I was that broke. I'm just being real with y'all. So I joined as a distributor. And so when I first joined, again, just to use the products, just to not have an auto shipment, the first minute she told me was, at the time, it was when you get your first 4 customers, you would get a 120 shopping spree. That's what it was back in 2016. Now it's when you get your first 6 customers, you get a $150 shopping spree. But when I joined, it was 120 for your first 4. So yeah, so I was like, all right, cool. I have 3 sisters and a mom. So I was like, I'm about to have my products tomorrow, period. And lo and behold, my 3 sisters, you know, they were like, this is a scam. I don't know who suckered you in, but you're going to quit. It's just a matter of time. It's a phase and it's going to blow over. And they said we don't want any of the makeup that you're selling. And my ego was truly crushed. Like, first of all, we don't sell makeup, but my ego was crushed. So I went to my upline and I was like, you know, my sisters, they're not going to support me. If my sisters ain't going to do this, who's going to do this with me? So disclaimer to anyone who's like, I don't have friends, I don't have support, you don't need it, because I didn't have it either. And that's actually what drove me. And my upline said to me, I'm going to make it my mission to prove them wrong. So from that moment on, it was like, forget about using the products, forget about a shopping spree, forget about being a customer with a distributor account. It was, oh, y'all said I was going to quit? Y'all said it was a scam? Y'all said it was a phase? Okay, I'm gonna prove y'all wrong. And that's exactly what happened. So from that moment on, it literally switched. Like in that very moment, it switched from I just want to use the products to, oh no, y'all not about to play me. And I refused to give my sister the power of saying, we told you it was a scam, we told you you were gonna quit. So I immediately switched into, okay, I have no idea what I'm doing. I have no idea how to do this. I have never sold a single thing a day in my life, but I'm going to figure it out today. And I basically I went on YouTube and I started watching Jade Hooper videos, which is why I love my story so much, because there's nothing special about me. I have no special experience. I'm so antisocial. There's not, this is not who I was 4.5 years ago. So I love the fact that anyone can join this business and you can change and grow into the person that God has for you to be. You're not meant to be on this earth to be mediocre, to be broke, to be living paycheck to paycheck. You might be in a place right now that you're unhappy with, but just know there's an inner hustler inside of you. There's an inner boss inside of you. There's an inner entrepreneur inside of you. And like, for me, that person came out just because I wanted to prove my sisters wrong. So that's basically what happened. I started like just really working this business, and working it did not mean that I was like, I knew what I was doing, because I didn't, but it just meant that I was putting in the effort. For me, that was going on YouTube again every single night. I stayed up until 4 o'clock in the morning, probably my first 2 to 3 weeks in the business. And all I did was watch Jade Hooper videos and took notes. How do I sell customers? How do I post? How do I do this? How do I do that? Anything you want to know, because you guys know, okay, so I went to law school. But when I joined this business, I had already completed undergrad. So I'm a student at heart. And I know that if I want to learn something and I want to do something, it's not just going to come to me. I have to learn it. So immediately I was like, okay, let me be the student. Again, let me learn. And I studied Jade Hooper's YouTube channels day in and day out until I was able to finally apply it and apply my own technique. Fast forward, my sister just got her little diamond paycheck. But twin sister got her little presidential diamond paycheck. My mom got her
you gonna make her a diamond? Ain't she a prez? Your other sister.
I have 3 sisters, so my 2 sisters are diamonds. They're diamonds. My twin sister's a presidential. My dad's a double, and my mom. I'm sorry. Yeah, my mom. As a matter of fact, my mom went presidential last night. I was like, how did this happen? Wow. My mom went presidential. My twin's presidential. My 2 sisters are diamond, and my dad is a double diamond. So yes, it literally started from them saying this is not it, to this business literally changing the graph for my family, because we don't come from money. We don't come from anything except for just barely making it. So that being said, I hope that this fires you guys up, and I hope you guys are reminded that it can be you. So by the end of the Zoom, I want y'all getting in the game, okay? No more sideline, no more bleachers, no more watching other people win, no more saying this ain't for Black people, this is for Black people, okay? So I'm excited.
Oh, you cracking me up. Okay, so question, because I know, I have a few questions, but I think let's start here, right? So congratulations, Ambassador Diamond.
Thank you.
Congratulations. So I want you to tell them about, because you promoted in June?
May.
Tell us about, you know what? No, we're not going to jump there. We're going to hold that. So let's go back to when you first went diamond. I want you to take us through each promotion. So I want you to take us through the journey from distributor, I'm all in, y'all got me messed up, to diamond, right? Then we'll go on to each rank after that.
All right. So actually, it took me 14 months to go diamond. And when I first joined, one of the first things that I did was read the compensation plan. If you haven't done that yet, I strongly recommend it. Read the compensation plan, because if you don't know the game, you don't know the rules, how are you going to play? So I read the compensation plan from day one, and I was like, immediately I set the goal for diamond, and I was like, okay, I'm going to be diamond in 12 months. And it didn't happen in 12 months, so it's like fine. But I wanted to go diamond because, living in New York, first of all, expensive as hell. My rent is $4,200 a month, and I don't even own. I just rent for that price, right? So I knew that when I looked at the income disclosure statement and I looked at the ranks and the average rank, I was like, all right, diamond is what I am basically making at my job. So that was my goal. If I can at least make that, then I'll be happy. All right, so I did go diamond, and it was like, I wasn't rich. I was still struggling because $2,000 a month in New York is pennies in New York. But I was just like, all right, if I can at least get there and not have to exchange my time for this money, I would be happy. So I pretty much started making like $500 a month, like 4 months in, 3 to 4. Like I went Ruby in 60 days, or I think it was like 75 days. I joined January 15th, and I was Ruby by March 31st or 30th. So I went Ruby, and that's kind of when the light bulb went off. Like when I first started making like that extra $500 a month, and that's really, for me, that's what it was on average, and many months more, because I lived on fast start bonuses. So if you're not a diamond yet, get your fast start bonuses, because that's going to pay your bills, period. And that's basically what I lived on. And that didn't really click, like, because at the time I still had a full-time job. I was working in the call center, working at Cablevision, answering phones. Cablevision is basically like your Fios, Comcast, whatever it is where you live, right? It's a telecommunications company, and I worked in a call center. But when I started making that $500 a month, I was like, wow, this is kind of crazy, because I still have a full-time job. I feel like right now I'm doing the bare minimum. I don't even know how I'm pulling in this $500 a month, but I was like, okay, if I really take this serious, then what's going to happen? And it was like a mindset shift, like from the $500 a month as a Ruby to Diamond. It was just because at Ruby, I was basically doing the bare minimum just to, I was getting my 3 distributors, a couple of customers a month, and mostly getting fast starts. So between my fast starts and commissions, that's how I was making like that 500 average. And then for Diamond, it was just, I went Diamond 14 months after. It was the month after I went conference, my first conference. So get to events, and they better not cancel conference next year, period. Get to events. So yeah, I went Diamond, and it was literally just a matter of me doing, you have a question?
What shifted for you?
It was the money, because like I felt like it was still kind of like that just proved my sisters wrong, and prove my sisters wrong did not mean like a certain amount of money. The thing that stuck in my head was that they said I was going to quit, and that it was just a phase. So I could have been in this business for 5 years, and as long as I didn't quit, then they couldn't say I told you so. So for me, it was just like, all right, I'm doing the bare minimum just to say that I didn't quit, just say that it wasn't a phase, and I'm getting $500 a month. I have a full-time job. Like, I'm trying to get into law school. I was not grinding day in and day out with this business. And what shifted was basically just me, a light bulb moment. Like, I remember like one time looking at $500, and I was saying like, I don't know how I got this. I don't know how I got here. I'm barely doing anything. And I'm just being honest with y'all. Like, I was not working this business 8 hours a day or multiple hours a day. I was just like working the business in between breaks and in between, time. But I was like, if I can make $500 a month doing the quote, quote, bare minimum, what happens if I really focus? So that's what shifted for me. It was just like, okay, let me really see what this is about, and let me see how much I can grow. And then I went Diamond in 14 months, and I know we're going to get to the next rank in a second, which would be double Diamond and above. But when I first went Diamond, that's when a particular person came to my business. Her name is Ashley Carrington, and she just went triple. She's going presidential this month. But her story, like, she was literally a prostitute. She was homeless. She was living in cars, and she was prostituting to feed her child. And she's from Texas, right? And at that moment, it was like, okay, I have to show this girl how to make money, because like, it's no longer about me. So up until Diamond was just like me, prove my sisters wrong. And then the month after I went Diamond, or 2 months after I went Diamond, this girl came on my team, and her story was so horrendous. And I was like, okay, it's no longer about me. Like, I don't care if I never go to another rank in this company. I got to help this girl. And when I started helping her, even just her making like $500 a month, I felt so good about myself. Like, I am helping this girl not have to go prostitute. And that's when it literally all changed for me. That one girl who joined my team, who needed this business.
That's so good. I think everybody who goes to the top has that moment. For me, it was Ruby, and I always tell them, my friend, her son's autistic, and so she needed that extra money, and it was important to me. So yes, that's how it all shifts and changes. I love that. So all right, so double Diamond. Okay, I do got a question. So you said her name's Ashley.
Mm-hmm.
How'd you find Ashley?
I don't know exactly how we came across each other's Facebook, but we became Facebook friends. As a matter of fact, I know how. We were in the same natural hair page, and I don't use the page because I want to post my natural hair. I use a page to track my audience, and that's actually where I found her. And then one way or another, we started talking on Instagram, and I had taken my mom to Cancun for Mother's Day, and that was like the last straw for her, like, okay, what do you do? And she, I think, reached out to me and said, what do you do? And she overdrafted her account to join. So that being said, like, the reality is that I know we all join this business to make money, but you got to change a lot of lives. You got to help a lot of people. So take your eyes off the paycheck. Take your eyes off, well, where am I right now? Because it's not about you. You're going to get to where you need to be simply by helping others. And that is what became apparent to me with Ashley. And Double Diamond, I don't remember it too much, honestly, because I lost my Double Diamond rank the month after I promoted to Double Diamond. So Double Diamond was really never a rank to me because I went double. I never lost Diamond because I was set on that $2,000 a month income. That's big. Like, in my head, as long as I can make $2,000 a month minimum, that would be what I was making at a job. So anything more would be like surplus. But if I could just at least replace my New York income, which wasn't much, I would be happy. Double Diamond, and the reason why I love to say that I lost my rank the month after is because the reality is that, like, listen, you're going to lose your rank. You're going to have setbacks. People are going to quit. It's just going to happen. Like, and you can't get upset because of it, because it's only going to prepare you for Ambassador Diamond, okay? If I would have got discouraged because I lost my Double Diamond rank for 11 months after promoting to Double Diamond, I wouldn't have gone Ambassador Diamond, okay? I could have completely fell off. So you're going to have setbacks. You're going to lose rank. Things, your paycheck's going to go down. People are going to cancel their accounts. People are not going to work. People are not going to quit. But that has nothing to do with you and what your goals are and where you're going. So Double Diamond, to be honest, I don't really remember because my entire career at It Works, I was paid Double Diamond like 3 months out of the whole time because I had lost my rank. So I don't know.
So when you went back to Diamond, right, and then you sat there and then went triple, like, so got your reload back and then went triple? Is that what happened?
No, I actually lost double for like 11 months, and I got it back the following year, and then a couple months later I went triple.
So tell me about that Diamond period though, and then what made you decide, or was it an event again that was like, bump this, I'm going triple?
See, it wasn't really an event, guys. The reality is that it's just you keep showing up. You keep doing your steps to success. Like, when I lost, and again, I don't know. I honestly never could see myself in Ambassador Diamond, really. I never pictured it. I just wanted to keep going. I wanted to keep doing what I was doing in the beginning, okay? So when I lost my Double Diamond rank, it sucked. I think my paycheck had gone down like $3,000. So it did suck. But it was like, I'm still Diamond. I never lost my Diamond ring. So I was grateful for that. You know, God is just going to prepare you, okay? You're going to have setbacks. And it was just a matter of keep going, keep building, keep recruiting new distributors, keep teaching them, keep getting customers, keep doing your steps to success. And that's where your rank increase is going to come from. And that's where your residual income is going to come from. So it wasn't like a mindset shift, like, oh my God, I got to get my Double Diamond back. I kind of just saw it as like a part of the process and a setback that was preparing me for like a big come up, honestly. And I just kept going. I didn't get discouraged. I just kept going. I just was grateful for my Diamond income because, again, that was my New York income. And I just kept going.
So I do got a question here. So how did you get Ashley to buy in and shift her mindset to help her earn money?
Well, Ashley, because her situation was so bad, Ashley kind of came in with the mindset, like, there is no plan B. She overdrafted her account to pay the $99 to come in. And it was like, this has to work. Like, I don't know what I got to do, but this has to work. So Ashley, yeah, she came in with that, like, tell me what I got to do and I'll do it type of mentality and mindset. And that's, like, Ashley has promoted very quickly in the business. I think she was, like, I think her second month in the business, she had made $800 because she was just like, tell me what I got to do and I'll do it.
Okay, so let's go Triple Diamond.
Triple Diamond. Oh my God, I feel so crazy because I've never been asked these questions and I really don't remember these. And it's like, I don't remember because the reality, oh my God, it's in the car. I just got my mic the other day. I was like, I got the mic.
Oh, yay.
It was so cute, you know, and it's just like, honestly, I don't remember these ranks. The only rank I can vividly remember right now is like from presidential to ambassador because I just did that. I'm going to forget it probably a year from now. But guys, the ranks did not come because of like, okay, let me do something different. let me do something different. The ranks came because I kept doing the daily sixes. I kept doing the basic building blocks every single day, and that's why they're there. They're not there just so that you just sit at the same place the entire time. They're there because if you continue to do them, and you continue to do them, and you continue to teach them, you eventually build this foundation that the next thing you know, you're triple or presidential or ambassador. I mean, when I went triple, honestly, for every rank, this is my story for every single rank, triple, presidential, and ambassador. Ambassador was honestly the easiest thing I have ever done, and I want to flat out say it was the easiest thing. I was not like stressed. I was not like, this is never gonna happen. It was just like going with the flow. 4.5 years later of doing the steps to success for 4.5 years, and here I am. I'm not a massive roller. I'm not a person who works the business 10 hours a day. I still have a full-time job. I work 9 to 5. If you guys like turn around, like I have so many freaking criminal files on my desk. Like I still have a full-time job as a prosecutor. I don't like, nothing has changed. It's literally just showing up every day, because exactly, consistency, persistency, not quitting. You take a step back, okay, whatever, we're gonna move forward anyway. And it's been the same exact thing, like doing the steps to success and teaching those steps to success. My success is wholly based on duplication. People coming into the business and me showing them how to get to diamond. That is literally all I do. I show people how to get to diamond, the bare minimum, what you're doing every single day, how to attract distributors, how to get customers with post to post, run your auto shipment, be commission qualified, and appreciate your small $200, $300 wins, because that's what's going to turn into your $2,000 paycheck. That's what's going to turn into now your double diamond paycheck, your triple diamond paycheck. And for me, by the grace of God, my entire ambassador diamond team is just like a team of runners. It's not me having to place and buy volume. It's just me that did 100% duplication and brought the leader out in these people. And you guys are all leaders. It's just a matter of finding it. And triple presidential ambassador was literally, I hate to say a walk in the park, but honestly, if you do the things for 4.5 years, you're going to get there. The problem is that most people give up on themselves 3 months in, 6 months in. Most people don't even make it till a year. Some of you guys don't even take your business serious enough for a freaking year. And then you'll be the ones writing reviews saying, oh, it doesn't work. I did everything I should do. No, you didn't, because you didn't stay consistent. You didn't keep going. And that's, like, honestly, Rachel, there's nothing special about me. I'm not a mass enroller. I'm not a mass recruiter at all. I sign on average, like, my team, you need to be having my team on here, because them girls, I don't know who they are, where they came from. I didn't give birth to them. I don't know where they came from. But those girls sign up 50, 60, 70, 80, 90 customers a month every single month. Me? 25 to stay alive. I signed my little 25 customers, which is only recent because of Host to Post. But before Host to Post, I was signing probably 10 customers and 4 distributors a month. That was it. I wasn't doing these big numbers. So do your steps to success and you're going to get there. It's going to take time. But I look back when I was working at Cablevision, after four years working at Cablevision, I was only making like $42,000 a year. After 4 years in this business, I'm at the top of the company and a 6-figure income earner going to the Millionaires Club. So this is something that if you continue to just grind with, be consistent with, appreciate your small little wins. If you could put $25 in your gas tank because of this business, you're winning. And that's just what it was. It was just the appreciation for the small things, the consistency, and just continuing to do my steps to success.
This is so good. Okay, listen, like so good. So good. Because we talk all things consistency, like, so it's so important. So let's talk about attracting distributors. Let's talk attraction world. Say I'm new and I'm a hot mess. How are you gonna help me attract some distributors and I'm a hot mess?
Well, I'm a hot mess too, as y'all can probably tell by now. But first of all, be a hot mess. Like, be okay with it. I mean, don't be ratchet and ghetto, you know. And I can say that because I was pretty ratchet and pretty ghetto. Like, yeah. So you definitely want to realize, like, okay, this is my business. This is my storefront. So the next time you want to share something about your baby father, or like 2 girls who fight in, or like something crazy, something about politics, just remember, like, this is my storefront. And if you wouldn't necessarily print out that post and hang it up in your storefront, you probably don't want to post it, right? But aside from that, being a hot mess. Like, if you guys watch my Instagram stories, I'm a hot mess express. Like, so I encourage you to be that hot mess that you don't be negative. Don't post drama. Don't post politics. Don't post stuff like that. But be yourself in your stories. Like, I wake up every day looking hot ass mess, crazy, and I'm just me. And people are so attracted to that because it's like, at the end of the day, I posted something the other day and it was like, I am not looking for social media influencers. If you guys, I don't know if you guys do the application thing for people to sign up. I just started doing that like last month, and I actually got my first distributor from it recently. But I just started doing that. But what I didn't want is like social media influencer application, because people will see that and they'll be like, I'm not an influencer. I'm not like, I don't. And if people think that they have to be an influencer to do this business, they're already gonna like be deterred from it. So I posted something that said, I'm not looking for social media influencers, because I'm not that either. I'm looking for everyday people who are just like me, who are struggling, who are living paycheck to paycheck, because that was my story. When it comes to getting distributors, it's not about how beautiful you are or how great your body looks. Attracting distributors is literally about finding a way to pull on people's heartstrings, okay? You cannot be posting about $99, join my team, change your life. I see so many people posting about, aren't you tired of struggling? Aren't you tired of wishing you had a life of more? Aren't you this? Aren't you that? Don't you wish you could? Forget all of that. Stop talking to them. Literally stop asking what they're tired of doing and start sharing your story. People are going to join you because they're attracted to your journey. They're attracted to the little things that this business is doing for you. So instead of saying like, don't you wish you could live the life that you dream of, start saying like, because of this opportunity, I went from living paycheck to paycheck to now having an extra couple $1,000s in my savings account. You don't gotta have 6 figures in your savings account. You can say, because of this opportunity, I no longer have to put the milk back at the grocery register because I can't afford it. And it's the small things that attract people to this opportunity. When I first joined the business, okay, before I had ever even got a paycheck, we used to get physical business kits, and they would come with these bracelets that said like it works. And I remember one of my first posts was just going to the nail salon. I was getting my nails done right like this, and I had the bracelet on, and I took a picture of me getting my nails done with the bracelet, and it was a Tuesday afternoon. I said, getting my nails done on Tuesday afternoon thinks it works. Just something simple as that, because it's making someone who's at their job at 2 o'clock on Tuesday say, what the hell is she doing that she can get her nails done at 2 o'clock on Tuesday? Now, nobody knew that I still had a full-time job, and I was only off on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and I worked the weekends, okay? They don't got to know all that. You got to think it till you make it. When you want to attract distributors, you have to make people want your life. That should be your light bulb moment tonight. It's make people want your life in not a spammy way. In getting my nails done at 2 o'clock on a Tuesday. When I got my first commission check from It Works, it was $25. Literally, that was my first check, $25. And when it paid out, I went to the gas station and I put that $25 in my gas tank. And I said, because of It Works, I'm able to fill up my entire gas tank. I remember the days, this is like almost verbatim of what the post said. I remember the days where I used to pull up to the gas station to put $5 worth of gas in coins. So grateful that life is so different now because I said yes to this opportunity. So I'm not saying join my team, you need this business, join. I'm saying because of this business, I am no longer putting $5 in my gas tank. I can fill up the tank. And the picture was a picture of the gas tank. As a matter of fact, I just literally did that the other day, because now that I have my 2.0 account, I'm like, let me go back to the basics. And the basics are not, oh, I'm making 5 or 10 or 15 or $20,000 a month. Nobody starts with that. And the reality is that you're not going to attract anybody by telling them that you make $15, $20, $25,000 a month. They don't care about that. People are trying to keep their lights on. People are trying to put food in their freaking refrigerator. People are trying to keep their car from being repossessed. So it's the small things and just sharing those small things that when you do it, it's not necessarily just sharing your life. It's just a way for you to say, you want this opportunity because you can fill up your gas tank, because you can put groceries on the table, because you can keep your lights on. And you do that by showing them what it's doing for you, not by saying, join my team, $99 will change your life, sounding like a ShamWow commercial. Nobody cares. The reality is, guys, that there are so many It Works distributors out there, and our market is not oversaturated at all. I'm not saying that, but it's not like, I mean, I had never heard of It Works when I joined. Many people have never heard of It Works, but a lot of people have. So what are you doing to actually make someone connect with you that they want to actually join you? So I broke my phone last night because I was just moving too fast. But the other day, it's just the simplest post. Like this right here, can you guys see it? This right here, I was just in my friend's backyard chilling in the backyard. This is me and my friends, and this is the income disclosure statement. Hashtag I know everybody hates the income disclosure statement when you do it, when you have to post it, which you have to. Post like 1, 2, 3 in this order. So this one will be the first one. This one will be the second one. This will be the third one. Post other things with it so that it takes. Now, I'm not saying that we're trying to take the attention away from it, from the income disclosure statement. I'm just saying that we're trying to be compliant. Okay. So if the thing is there, nobody can say anything about my post. But if you have other pictures, it just like makes them look at other things, and eventually your audience is gonna get used to the income disclosure statement. But it was just a simple post like this, like just me in the backyard, and it said, the caption says, "Got a taste of freedom, and now I'm never giving it back. I wouldn't trade my sunny Monday afternoons for a salary ever." I didn't say join my team. I didn't say you need this opportunity. I simply said, like, this is what my Monday afternoon looks like because of this opportunity. And that's like light bulb moment in somebody else's head, like, okay, what is she doing? I need to know what she's doing, right? So the other day when I went to the gas station, I'm sorry, Patrice, I talk forever, so forgive me. The other day when I went to the gas station, I put up this post, okay? And it was just because I was sitting there, I was like, yo, every time I fill up my gas tank, it just like hits me on an emotional way, because I literally used to put $5 worth of gas in my car. That's all I could afford. So literally 4.5 years later, I've been able to afford gas. But every time I go to the pump and I'm able to fill up my gas, it's just like, yo, who am I? And I have 2 cars now. I used to have a hoopty, okay? Now I have 2 cars, brand new cars, because of this business, okay? So when I can fill them up and I get in my car and I don't have to worry about gas. So this was a post of, this is me at the gas station with the post behind me. My second post was the pump, which is the amount to fill it up. And then the third post, what the hell is that? Oh, the third post is the income disclosure statement on top of the gas pump, right? I use Over to do that. And the caption says, to most, it's not a big deal. It's just gas. To me, it's huge. I remember pulling up to the gas station embarrassed with $5 in coins because that's literally all I had. So today, as I was standing outside pumping my gas, I said out loud, wow, this is really my life. Because the reality is I could never fill up my tank. I would drive around on E praying my little hoopty car would make it to payday. I will never stop appreciating the small things this company does for me. Filling up a tank isn't something I could always do, and I won't take it for granted. I know there's so many more people out there who are just like me. You want to remind the people, like, listen, I was broke too. I was struggling too. Don't be afraid to tell your story. When it comes to getting distributors, tell your story. So many people are like, who wants to say I'm on food stamps? Who wants to say I'm on government assistance? Who wants to say I'm living paycheck to paycheck? Who wants to say I can barely keep my lights on? But do you know how many freaking Americans or people in general are out there that cannot keep their lights on, that cannot fill up their gas tank, that have to put groceries back because they can't afford it? Exactly. Someone needs it. So just share your story in the smallest ways, because you're going to impact so many people. Stop thinking that you need to be making an exorbitant amount of money every month. You need to share the little blessings, okay? The little gases, the little milks at the grocery store. I would go to the grocery store sometimes, and I remember that one of the posts that got like the most likes I've ever gotten is I went to the grocery store and I took a picture of a bottle of olive oil that was $40. Like, it was a huge bottle of olive oil and it was $40. And it was like, wait a second, am I really buying $40 of olive oil? Like, this bottle costs $40? And I used to buy $5 Wesson. I couldn't afford no $40 olive oil. And I posted that, and so many people were like, yo, I wish I would go to the grocery store and spend $40 on olive oil, okay? So it's those small things that is that's gonna be how you attract distributors. Like, just consistently 2 to 3 times a week, put up an opportunity post that is just sharing your life. If you have, I wish I had children, because if I had children, I'd be about diamond by now, period. Okay, I hope. But if you have children, you got to use your kids to your advantage. If your kids are at the park, why are you not sharing that? You know how many people wish they could put their kids on the bus, or wish they could be at the park with their children, but they can't because of a job? Share your story. You're going to connect with so many people. But getting distributors is not because there's a $49 promotion. It's not because you're making $20,000 a month. Getting distributors is because you are sharing the small little things that this business is doing for you, and that is what's going to make them want to join you. And if you do that consistently, I promise you they're going to come to you. Distributors are not going to come overnight. So anyone who's brand new on my team, because that was your question, like, what do you do with a brand new distributor who's a hot mess? I let them know that with host to post, the customers come like that, right? But with distributors, it takes more of like them trusting you. When someone joins you, they're going to join you because they know that you're someone who's not going anywhere. Are you consistent, or are you quitting your business every other month? If you're quitting your business every other month, like one month they see you posting, the next month you posted about negativity, you posted about what is nonsense, you hate your life, F the world, they're not going to join you. They're going to join you because they see you consistently showing up. They know for a fact that you are someone that they can join with, that they don't have to worry about 2-3 months from now disappearing. So make sure you're consistent with it. Give it 2-3 months if you're new, and just like, I promise you the distributors are gonna come. Seriously, I'm not a mess. I'm not a master roller, and I never was. But at the minimum, I have completed my steps to success since my second month in the business, and that's just because at least 2 to 3 times a week, I'm putting up those small posts that get you. It's the small things, okay? And then those small things turn into even bigger things. You can post about even better things, and that's how people can join you.
That's so good. So good. So crazy. Like everything that you're saying, like it's stuff that we've been talking about over this last week. Like we've been talking about pain points. We just talked about it. What are your pain points? Like for me, like when I first started,
Pain points, I like that word.
it was like, that was it. I was a single mom. I'm the one who didn't want somebody watching my kid. I wanted to be able to pick up my child. And so when I could, that's something that I would talk about all the time, but I will go back to talking about it again. Okay, Jesus. So anyways, even just being home with my husband, like things like that, like it's so important, and things that you just can't take for granted. Right. So another question. Let me see if anybody has sent me any questions. Thank you for this. This is what's up. I'm excited. But let's talk about your sister coming into the business and doing business with your twin, leading your family. Let's talk about that. So let's just say my sister joins this business.
I'm rolling my eyes right now because my twin sister, honestly, doing business with your family is not easy because it's your family. Like, they're not trying to hear you as no leader. You ain't no leader. You my sister, okay? So my twin sister was very, like, she did not listen to me. She wanted to do everything her own way, and I'm like, sometimes you just gotta let people fall, all right? You're not gonna listen to me, all right, no problem. You run your business the way you wanna. Listen, if Patrice is why was I calling you Patrice this whole time? Your name is Rachel. I said, who the hell is Patrice? Who is Patrice? I told my team, now that I think about it, I'm like, wait, I said I'm doing my team with Patrice Wiggums.
My name is Patrice Wiggum. All right. Hey,
who is Patrice? I just want to know who Patrice is.
Garrison?
I didn't know. Who?
Okay, never mind. Keep going.
Yeah, I'm like, what the hell? Okay, Rachel, right? If Rachel is your Wiggum, copy the right cat. If Rachel is your Wiggum, Lord have mercy. If Rachel is your upline, copy the right cat, okay? Now, when it comes to this business, like, of course you're gonna do it your own way. Like I said, I joined with Jade Hooper. What the hell am I doing? I joined with Alejandra, but like Jade Hooper is who I learned from, and then I implemented my own style. So I'm not saying that Rachel's the only way who knows how to do it, or Shar is the only way who knows how to do it. I'm just saying that, like, if you have an upline who's leading you, try not to fight them so much, because a lot of people like fight their uplines, and it's like, we just want to help you because our success depends on yours. But my twin sister, she would like do everything, like, I don't want to say wrong, but not correct. And honestly, it just, for my twin, it was just a matter of her finally saying, okay, this ain't working, help me, And sometimes you gotta just let people, like, listen, do what you want to do. When you're ready, I'm here to help you, whatever it is that you want to do. And that's kind of how it was with my sister. My family doesn't work the business. My other two sisters and my mom and my dad don't work the business. Charnel works, my twin sister works one of my sister's account, and then I work my mom's account, my dad's account, and my other sister's account. So my family doesn't work the business yet. But I told my sister this month, like, listen, sis, I got other accounts to take care of. You either gonna work the business or you're not, because it's really nice to collect your little $1,500 paycheck or your $2,000 paycheck that she got this month, but it's like you want to keep this money going or not. And the reality is, with your family and with anyone else, it just takes you showing them. Show them that you can do it, and they're gonna all fall in place. Like, everyone on my team, their family were the biggest hater. Everyone, like, their family just didn't believe in it. The daughter was just another one of those work from home things that wasn't gonna work. And it really takes you being successful for your family to finally say, okay, what are you doing? Because now 4.5 years later, now my sisters are finally, not my twin, but my other sisters are finally saying, like, well, how do you get customers? And I don't want to post. They're going through like the new distributor phase. And it just takes them seeing you do it and getting tired of watching you win. But that goes for everybody. People are literally going to get tired of watching you constantly do this and constantly do that. And if I'm telling you, like, when you reach out to someone to join your business and they say, no, I'm not interested, that's fine, because they're going to watch you. And a year later, they're going to come back and say, okay, what exactly do you do? So just be consistent. Just show them your success. Celebrate your small wins. I mean, we can't really post about the income anymore. But I used to post about my fast starts. I would post about every rank I got, every rank you get, and share your team story. Share your team is like people, your sideline sisters that's your team. When someone promotes, say, oh my God, I'm so excited for my girl Rachel. She just promoted to this rank. I'm so grateful for my team. And then I have the ability to change people's lives. It's just sharing the stories. No one has to know that you didn't personally enroll Rachel. It's just sharing the people's stories. And that's what's going to get people attracted to you. So just share success. Share your success, the small wins, the small things you can do in this business. And that's how your family's going to come on board, but not only your family, but everybody else around you.
So I have a question. I just forgot it. I was looking at another question. But I want to get clarity on that first. So, okay, yes, being a lawyer, right? Tell me about this day of yours.
This day? Oh, okay. Like my day as an attorney, you mean?
Yes, an attorney.
All right.
I'm really ignorant to it.
Okay. So, first of all, I joined this company the year that I started law school. And if you guys have ever gone to law school, maybe you know, but if you haven't, then law school is literally like having a full-time job plus working overtime. You're going to be studying nonstop for at least 10 hours a day. And God forbid, it's when you're taking the bar, it's a wrap for you, right? So I joined this business the year that I started law school. And I like to brag about that because it was like getting a graduate degree. And by the time I graduated law school, I was making 6 figures. And I was like, wow, I don't even make 6 figures as an attorney right now. And it was just crazy. But so I want to talk about my day like post-COVID, because that's more realistic. Because before COVID, I was working 9 to 5. Now I work from home for now, but eventually I'll be back. But basically, I'm in court from 9 a.m. to 1. That's the time that court's up, right? So I'm in the court. I'm covering the part of that's called the court. And in order for that to work, you have, quick FYI, I did a I think it was like the Show Me the Money call or something with Pam a couple of weeks ago. And I said on the call that I only work 90 minutes a day. And I started getting so many messages like, how do you only work 90 minutes a day? What I meant was that I do 90 minutes of focused work per day so that my day is set up for me now to be able to be in court all day. So I'm in court from 9 to 1, right? Monday to Friday. And then I have lunch from 1 to 2, but realistically, like, I go get something to eat really quick and come back to my desk, and I'm sitting at my desk returning calls from victims or returning calls from defense attorneys. And that pretty much goes on until like 3 o'clock. And then I'm just doing my discovery compliance work until 5. So with pre-COVID, which is only 3 months ago, I built this entire business, right? Pre-COVID, I was working 9 to 5, where I really could not be on my phone like that. I had so many things going on in the day. So what I would do is I would wake up with no alarm. I mean, no snoozing. The second my eyes open, and naturally, like, eventually my body got into the habit of waking up at like 7:15, 7:30. Train your body to wake up early. I don't believe in sleeping in. I go to bed at like 1 a.m. the latest, and I wake up around 7, 8:30 the latest. I don't like to snooze. And that is a leadership, sacrifice, entrepreneur type of thing. You can't press the snooze button. You can't go back to sleep. Especially with my job, the second my eyes are open, and I would usually set my alarm for 8 a.m., but realistically, I would wake up at 7:30, and the second my eyes are open, and honestly, guys, this might not work for everybody, because there are some people out there who say, like, the first hour of their day is, like, they give the hour of the day to God, or they do personal development, or they don't touch their phone for the first hour of the day. But I had to be to work by 9 o'clock, okay, and I was not getting home from work until 6, so the first hour of my day, whatever I did in that first hour would depend on how my business will go. Quick thing, guys. You cannot be working a 9 to 5 job, whatever your shift is, and then coming home and saying, "Oh, I'm too tired to work my business." You cannot make someone else rich for 8 hours a day and then come home and say you are too tired to work your business. That cannot happen. So if that's what you're doing, fine. That's gotta go. I just gotta go. But as an attorney with that job, first hour of the day would be my personal power hour. I didn't host the power hour because my focus was I need to make sure in this first hour of the day that I'm up, I'm doing my follow-ups. If there are any customers who have responded to me while I'm sleeping, I respond to them. I'm getting posts up. I'm doing whatever I need to do, income-producing activities. And when I say income-producing activities, I do not mean liking someone's fucking, excuse me. I'm sorry. My bad. I curse. It's hard for me not to curse. Lord forgive me. I do not mean liking people's posts. I do not mean saying happy birthday. I mean literally being in the DM. It goes down in the DM. You have to be messaging, okay? I'm a mass messenger. So I need to make sure that I'm sending at least 80 to 100 messages that first hour of the day. I don't have time to do the reactions, the interactions, the liking people's pictures, the following people. I can do all that like before I go to bed. The first hour of the day is I gotta get my messages out. I gotta get my post up. I gotta do my follow-ups. I have to be just in the inbox the first hour of the day so that going forward throughout the day, I can now message people. I can respond to the posts. I can respond to the comments on the post. I can respond to the messages. As long as you put that first hour to 90 minutes of focused work in the beginning of the day, you are going to be good throughout the day. And guys, there's no such thing. Yes, I do host a post. There's no such thing as a rap emergency or an It-Works emergency. So if I'm in court at 11 o'clock and someone's like blowing on my phone about It Works, I'm not pressed to respond to you. I'm talking to a judge right now and I can't respond. As long as I know my day is set up from the first hour of the day, then when I get to it, I get to it. We are not 911 operators. We're not fighting crime. We're not putting out fires. The people are still going to be there whether you respond at 2 p.m. or 6 p.m. So exactly, it was intentional work from the first hour of the day, and it's really just the most important thing is me getting my post up and just doing follow-ups. And I find for whatever freaking weird reason, the most people join my team or as customers in the early morning hours of the day or the late hours of the night. It's so weird. So it kind of works, but as having a full-time job, guys, get your first hour to 90 minutes in the day focused, doing income-producing activities so that you don't feel guilty throughout the day. And the second thing that goes hand in hand with that is have your text replacement or word board or text monkey or whatever you want to freaking call it set up. Because when you are in, well, not when you're in court, but when I'm in court, if I can just easily like press a button and the message comes up, it makes it so much easier. So if you don't have that organization where like your messages are done and that like eventually there's going to be nothing that someone's going to ask you or say that you don't have a response already ready for. So that will come a little bit with time, but just set up your text replacement. That organization is going to be, I swear to God, no exaggeration, me working from my office to the courtroom which is about a 2-minute walk. If I have to take the elevator, it's a 3-minute walk. I am on my phone responding while I'm walking with my files, okay? Because I have my text replacement set up. I can just boom, 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 respond. So I would say for the busy person who wants his business to work, start your business with 90 minutes or an hour a day of focused work, and then from there, have your text replacements set up so that when people are coming in, you have the response laid out. And when I say the response laid out, I mean that my links to my coffee, to my HSN, to my wraps is a text replacement. I'm not going copying and pasting the website and putting in as a text replacement. How exactly the steps that they need to order on the site is a text replacement. If they have a question like, oh, it's every 3 months, it's a text replacement. I can't remember the last time I didn't use a text replacement. So set up your text replacements, which honestly is gonna come with time. Wordboard is life. I mean, text replacement is like garbage to me now since I found Wordboard. But set that up, and oh my God, you will be able to, if you have to constantly copy and paste and go to your notes and find what to say, it's going to make this business like a lot more overwhelming. Take the time to set up your text replacement and remember the words that you put in, and you'll be Gucci. Good.
Listen, you good? We know what Gucci mean over here. Because I thought everybody knew what's up, but it's okay, you know? It's all right. But yes, oh my gosh, so good. All right, last thing here, and then I want you to just leave us with one tip. I want you to talk about this presidential to ambassador and life, because a lot of life happened from presidential to ambassador.
Woo, it definitely did, man. It really, really, really did. But you know what? As I hate to keep some, you know, if my team is on here, I saw a couple y'all on here. I'm sorry that I always reference Ashley, but Ashley she's just been so instrumental into my business, and you never know who's gonna join your team that's gonna like change your business, okay? But Ashley Carrington always says, struggle forward and struggle towards success, because the reality is that life is always going to happen. It does not matter if you're a presidential or an ambassador or a distributor. Life is always going to be happening. Someone's always going to be dying. Like COVID really, really, really impacted my family extremely crazy, and it was just like, I'm either going to get up or get down. You know, I lost, my grandpa died during COVID, my aunt died, my dad got so sick where, you know, I found it was hard. You know, my dad was in the hospital and nobody could obviously see him. We couldn't visit him. There were no visitors allowed. I remember my mom like just dropped him off outside of the hospital. She couldn't go in. And my dad almost died. And the reason why he came home was not because he was better. It was just because he was literally on his way out and he didn't want to die in the hospital. And he just came home because he wanted to die at home. So, I mean, so many people lost their lives to COVID. And like, again, I lost my aunt, you know, no big deal for me personally as my dad says I wasn't that close to her. But my grandpa died. He just dropped dead in the middle of Walmart. Like, life is always just going to happen, guys. Like, always. I just pay my freaking taxes, and it's like you're always gonna have something coming up. There's always gonna be setbacks, and you have like, this is where your mindset's gonna come in, and this is where struggle forward's gonna come in. So what Ashley says is, when life happens and when the storms come, because the storms are going to come, where are you gonna be when that storm passes? Okay, you could be depressed right now, you could be miserable, you could be going through a storm, and you have two options. You can either sit and allow the storm to take you over, or you can say, I don't know how I'm going to make it, but I'm going to keep pressing forward, because when this storm does pass, I want to be on the other side of it, okay? So I have always had the mindset of like, I'm going to keep going no matter what happens. That's just been me. I've always just kept pushing forward through the ups and the downs, through the depressions, through the breakups. Like, you know, you guys might look at me and think that because I'm an ambassador diamond, like, my life is honestly so great. But the reality is that I have really bad anxiety, and every now and then I go through really bad phases of depression. I don't even know why, I just do. And I love this business so much, because when I am going through depression, or when I am having like an anxiety moment, which seems to be more often than not lately, the business, it's copying and pasting, and you're messaging and you're on your phone. I remember when I used to work at Cablevision, which was the call center. If I was having a bad day, or if I was going through a depressed moment, I would still have to answer the phone like, hi, thank you for calling Optimum. This is Shar. How may I help you? That bubbly uptick thing. Because if your tone wasn't right, or you wouldn't sound friendly enough, you would get fired, or you would get written up, right? So thank you. So So I know what it's like to like be going through those moments and like you want to just freaking die, you want to just curl up in a ball, and you still have to like show up to work. I love this business so much because when you have those moments, like for me especially, when I have those moments, I use this business as an outlet for me. I just like use it to just kind of distract myself from whatever's going on. And again, life is gonna happen, guys. No, I mean, like Beyonce has life happen to her. You know, she's Beyonce. Like, what do you mean life happens? Everyone's gonna have life. So just find your ways to get through it. If you have to take like a day off, all right, whatever, but don't take months off or weeks off because you're going through depression. Because you know what's worse than going through depression is finally coming out of your depression or your anxiety or whatever storm you're going through and being like, wow, I wish I would have done something these last 3 months because now I'm like further back than I was. The storm is going to come, but guess what? The storm is going to pass and you need to be on the other side of it when it does. So just keep pushing forward. And it's not easy, guys. Rachel didn't get to where she is because it was easy, because she had no obstacles, because everything was just a walk in the park, because every distributor that she signed up was just ready to work and no one ever canceled their account. She got to where she is because she said, I am making the decision that I'm moving forward, like with or without anyone who wants to work, with or without this obstacle, with or without this setback. It's a mentality, guys. So make sure you're doing your self-development so that when those storms come, you can literally push forward past it. That's pretty much what I do. Most days I'm crying, y'all, in my apartment, depressed, like asking God, why am I here?
We'll pray about that tonight. So somebody asked you make posts about struggles like your anxiety, depression days, and I would assume that you do it maybe later, but not the day of.
No, yeah, definitely later. And I mean, there was a time where I was like, when I say I was suicidal, I was not suicidal. Like, there are some people who are legit suicidal, but there are days where like, not now so much, but prior, I would constantly like ask God, why am I here? I constantly be on the freaking suicide hotline just because I needed to. I don't know. I had taken steps, like not steps to actually do something crazy, but I was a very, very, very depressed person. And I love to post about that because it's hard to post about. But at the same time, there's so many people freaking going through depression and anxiety and just like suicide right now that you need to be the ray in someone's freaking life. And honestly, whenever I'm feeling down, I try to encourage other people because it can always be worse. Whatever you're feeling down about, it could always be worse. But yes, I do post about it. Not frequently, but enough that people know that I wasn't always this happy-go-lucky person that you see now. Like, this is the result of this bit. I attribute to the business because I think it was Denise Walsh who says, this business is a personal development plan with a compensation attached to it. Because all we're doing is constantly growing as people and constantly getting out of our dark moments and getting out of that dark tunnel and from underneath that black cloud. And I'm happy to post about that because it's so unfortunate and it's so sad. There are so many people in this world like who just honestly wish they weren't living here because they're done with life. I know we're approaching an hour, guys, but take your time.
This is so good. This is so good. Or just anything that you have that you would like to say.
Well, what I would honestly like to say is just that when you look at let's just talk about this business particularly, let's not talk about anything else, but when it comes to this opportunity, guys, anybody can do this. Like, don't count yourself out. Don't look at someone like maybe Claire Flores or Cheyenne Knox and you say, oh, I don't look like her. And I don't have long blonde hair or a big smile or I'm not that skinny. You can literally be whoever you want to be. And the person that you are right now is probably not even who God has for you to be. Is just, you need to grow into the person that you are. But the biggest thing, guys, is stop counting yourself out. Stop sitting on the bleachers, convincing yourself that this cannot be you. Can you look at Rachel and tell me what she has that you don't have? Can you look at me and tell me one thing that I have that you don't have other than determination, consistency, persistence? So the reality is that this is an opportunity, and I love this. This is an opportunity that any and everybody can have. I have gone the professional route. I went to law school. I now have $300,000 worth of debt, and I still ain't making no money as a lawyer. I can tell you that nothing gets better than the opportunity that you have. So if you have been in this business for a month or 6 months or a year and you haven't been giving it your all, make today your day one. It's okay to have like your day one 2 years later. Whatever your day one is, it's your day one. But when you finally decide that today's my day one, that is your day one of giving it your all. That is your day one of no more excuses. That is your day one of no more restarting my business. That is your day one of no more quitting, no more working only when it's convenient. It is your day one of my family deserves this. I deserve this. When I think about where I am right now, it is freaking insane that this little $99 investment has been so instrumental in my life in more than just financial ways. Guys, you are not on this Zoom by chance. You're on here for a reason. Run with this. God put you here. Don't let the devil block your blessing. You're getting rejected. People are telling you they're going to join. They don't join. People are not working. People are canceling their account. That has nothing to do with what God has for you. Keep going and stop quitting on yourself, because you're worth it. You deserve to be here. You're good enough to be here, and you will be here. But that's nothing to do with the compensation plan. That's nothing to do with how many people you know, and that's nothing to do with how many friends you have on Facebook. That's all to do with what you do every single day. And I hope that the one thing you guys got from this is that I'm not a mother who sits at home. I'm not a full-time stay-at-home mom. That's not me. I'm very busy as a leader and as an attorney. I'm extremely busy. And that being said, if you want it, you can have it. So do you want it? If you do, go get it. Today could be your day one. Today could be your day one of Mission to Diamond, Road to Diamond, Road to Double, Presidential, whatever it is you're pushing for. Let today be your day one. And then when you get off this freaking Zoom, pick your phone up and get to work. Pick your phone up and get to work. And it can be you. So you're worth it and you deserve it. That's the one thing I would let you guys know, that there's nothing special about us. You deserve to be here. You're here for a reason. Just go with it.
Love that. That's so good. Now I got one more thing for you.
Go ahead.
One thing that, because you've been in this business 4.5 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So if there's one piece of advice that you could give to Rachel Wiggum, what would you give me?
Rachel Wiggum? Are you giving her advice? Give to you personally?
Yeah, come on, girl.
I'm a little intimidated. One piece of advice I could give to Rachel Wiggum specifically, and I'm talking about Ambassador Diamond Triple 2.0. Okay, Glenn's right here. Presidential 2.0?
No, I'm double, but still triple. You quit speaking to my life. Come on, girl.
Okay. Triple 2.0. If I can give Rachel one advice, it would be the success of the people on your team has nothing to do with you. It is literally people who have the willpower. So don't beat yourself up about those people who aren't working or who aren't progressing, because the reality is that this business is 100% you, not your upline, and not you. Your only job is to be a leader and to show up and to do the things that you want your team to do. And those who are meant to fall into place will, and those who aren't are not meant to be in your business. Pam Sada always said, and Pam says this, so I don't feel bad repeating it, but she said, let the crumbs fall. And the reality is that the crumbs are going to fall, and you let them fall. Don't let anyone drain you. Don't let anyone take the energy out of you. Sometimes we focus so much on, like, I know you have potential. I know you can do this. You'll be so good at it. Come on, girl. Come on, girl. And it ends up just draining us and holding us back in our business. So if I can give one piece of advice to Miss Rachel Wiggum, my role model. Okay, I can't get her name right. If I can get one piece of advice to you, it's like, you're an amazing leader, and don't forget that, and just keep showing up for your team. And the people who are meant to show up are going to come show up with you and follow you. And the people who are not, were not meant to be in your business, and God removed them for a reason. That'll be my one piece of advice to Rachel.
Speak to me. Okay, that spoke to me. So thank you for letting the Lord use you for real. Okay, spoke to my little heart. I took my notes. All right, we're gonna pray and hop off here. I appreciate you so much. Congratulations. It was so good having you on here. Everybody showed up. We over 100 tonight. I know. Look, you famous. Okay, I'm about to pray real quick. But thank you guys so much. Do not hop off before we pray. Let's all touch and agree real quick. Dear Heavenly Father, God, we love you. We thank you. We honor you. We thank you so much for being here in this space and time. We're just excited for Shar and her ability and her willingness to come and speak into our lives, God. I'm just praying over her first, God. You know the things that she is struggling with. You know the anxiety. You know the depression. And so tonight, because we know we serve the God that we serve, we cast that down at its roots. We cast it. We're calling it out at its roots tonight. We are calling those things out at their roots. And so depression, you can no longer live there. Anxiety, you can no longer live there. You no longer have control over her lives. The things of the past that are still holding her and haunting her, God, today, we decree and declare that she is set free. So today, God, we're just claiming and we are celebrating her and her victory as she walks forward, just coming out of it and being able to bless so many people's lives as a result and being able to say that you did it. But God, we just pray over tonight and we just love you. We're just praying as she moves forward into her 2.0. We just asking that you continue to be with her along her journey. God, those who have hopped on tonight that may have been in a place where they didn't know, they weren't sure. Today, we're just praying that you have put it on their heart to go forth and give their all, decide that they're going to do this and understand that they don't have to go with their own might. They just have to move their feet because you'll put your super on their natural. So we just praise you in advance for what you're about to do. And we just love you and adore you. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen.
Amen. That was so good. Thank you so much for having